patriotism is actually ultimately, it is about bread and butter, you know, that feeds the far right, that feeds the right, and encourages people somehow to believe that we have things in common with those at the top, and sets people against each other. And that's what racism is. You know, it's an ideology, it's a class issue that is very much continuing to be used to divide and rule and divide our class. When we see, Priti Patel, for example, by the way, is Gujarati like myself, and I have nothing in common with her apart from the fact that, you know, I'm a Gujarati, she's a Gujarati, she belongs to a completely different class. You know, she should be ashamed for everything that she stands for and everything that she's pushing. Somebody who's actually benefited probably herself as an immigrant, as a child of an immigrant. So the Tory government has, you know, they've filled their sort of cabinet, or many sort of people like Rishi Sunak and other people, Sajid Javid, black, Asian MPs, but belong to a different class. You know, they do belong to the ruling class. They don't belong to our class, and therefore their agenda is completely different, and we have nothing in common with them. You know, we are living increasingly in a very polarized world, a very dangerous world, with, you know, the increase in terms of racism and anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, and the issue about refugees and asylum seekers is going to be crucial in terms of how they will continue to ramp up racism and continue to divide us, which will then embolden obviously the far right to grow and so on, which they've tried to do, taking the advantage of the footballers taking the knee and so on. We've got to be absolutely clear that we have to oppose, obviously, the bill that we talked about, racism wherever it arises, but we have to go beyond that. I think, you know, the climate, the chaos, the climate chaos, the horrific situation we've seen in America and California and other parts of the world means that the climate refugees are also increasing. You know, there's going to be many thousands of people displaced around the world who will be looking to move, quite rightly, to try and escape whatever conditions they've been affected by. And the governments around the world will continue to ramp up racism and try and push people back and do everything they can, even if it means people dying. So I think as socialists, we do have a duty. Yeah, we are the tribune of the oppressed, unity of the oppressed, but also unity along the class line. I would say that we, as, you know, Socialist Workers' Party, and as an organisation, very much saying that a different world is not only possible, but it's necessary. We live in a polarized world, a dangerous world, but there are many parts of the world there are uprisings and people fighting back, and we have to, those are the flames we have to fan. So the ruling classes are sort of organized and make sure that they are pushing their agenda. As socialists, we also have to be organized. So we need an organization in order to do that, to bring, you know, our analysis and bring people together in order to build that movement. So if you're not part of Socialist Workers' Party, I urge people to join. I think I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.